I have a message for Governor Quinn. If I had been associated with Rod Blagojevich, if I was presiding over a state with double-digit unemployment, if I was presiding over a state where I thought more taxes and more spending were the way to fix it, if I were presiding over a state where the leadership of Blagojevich and Quinn had dispirited the people of Illinois, I wouldn't be running for re-election. I would hang my head in shame and go home, and that's what Governor Quinn should do. But you know, Blagojevich and Quinn, they're desperate. They're a desperate group of politicians who are desperately holding on to power, not to help you, but to help themselves. And so, those people don't hang their head in shame when they've failed and walk away, which is the honorable thing to do. No. Those people need to be picked up by the scruff of the neck and thrown out, and you need to do it on November 2nd. See, because what Governor Quinn doesn't understand is that the people of Illinois don't want to be embarrassed anymore by their governor. They've had enough embarrassment from the governor's seat in Illinois. They want a man they can be proud of and they can trust, and they've got one in Bill Brady on the ballot November 2nd. Because Bill Brady understands. He understands that for Illinois to be great again, all he has to do is get the Illinois government the hell out of the way of the Illinois people. And he's going to do that the good old-fashioned way, by working. He's going to be cutting spending and making government smaller. He's already got a plan out there to cut your taxes by $1 billion. And let me tell you, that money's better in your pocket than here sitting in the state government in Springfield. And plus, you know him. You know him. You don't need me to tell you about Bill Brady. You don't need me to introduce you to him. You don't need me to tell you what a man of integrity he is. You've watched his career. You've watched how he stood up to the special interests. You watch how he's taken on the tough fights. And you know, I believe that the people of Illinois know deep down that this is a guy who is going to stand up for them when it's time to be counted. And that's why I'm standing up for Bill Brady today, and you need to stand up for him on November 2nd. So 28 days to go. 28 days to go until real change comes to Illinois. Not that fake change that came 2 years ago. Real change is coming to Illinois. Real change is coming to Illinois in 28 days. And the only way that's going to happen is if all of you who are here today and everyone you know decides that this is personal. You see, Governor Quinn has now made it personal for me and New Jersey. He's made it personal. Now, you need to have it be personal for you, because you are Illinois. Each and every one of you. Your brothers and sisters, your mothers and fathers, your children and grandchildren, you are Illinois. And you've got to decide now, is this going to be personal? And if it is, and Illinois is as much like New Jersey as I suspect it is, then I know what you're going to do. You're going to spend every free minute you have over the next 28 days. You're going to get to those victory centers across Illinois and get on those phones. You're going to go door to door in your neighborhood and pass out that literature. You're going to talk to everybody you can in the supermarket parking lot and at the soccer fields, at the church and at the schools. When you're picking up your kids from their play dates, wherever you are, you're going to say to your neighbors and your friends, your relatives and your business associates, November 2nd is an important day for all of us, because November 2nd is a day when we get to return a good, decent, honorable man to the governor's chair in Illinois, and we're not going to let that opportunity pass by. November 2nd, Mary Pat and I will be back home in New Jersey, and we'll be watching the election returns on TV, and we'll be having our computer in front of us so we can see what's happening to all of our friends around the country, and I'm going to be watching what's happening in Illinois. Now, you don't want to wake up on the morning of November 3rd and think to yourself, I could have done more. I could have gone to those phone banks an extra night. I could have done more door to door. I could have talked to more of my friends and neighbors and relatives. I could have done more. I could have spoken out. We don't want to wake up and come this short on November 3rd. We don't want to live with that, because not only will it deprive a good man of the opportunity to change the state he loves, but it will also mean you will be stuck for 4 more years with Governor Quinn. Now let me just say, I live in New Jersey, and so maybe it shouldn't matter to me so much if Governor Quinn gets another 4 years. But I will tell you this, you people disappoint me, you let me down. If I got to deal with Pat Quinn for 4 more years, I am coming back here and I'm going to go Jersey on you. Let me offer you an alternative, a sunnier offer than the one I just gave you. I want to come back to Illinois. I want to come back to Springfield. And I want to come back here in January. Mary Pat and I want to come back here in January to Illinois, and we want to sit, just a little seat in the audience somewhere, when we watch Bill Brady stand up and take the oath of office as the new governor of Illinois. And I am confident, because I know how hard he's working, I am confident that if all of you do what you need to do over the next 28 days, that on November 2nd, you are going to have a great party here in the state of Illinois for a new day. A new day when you have a governor who you can be proud of in the governor's chair. A new day when you have a United States senator you can be proud of in Mark Kirk. A new day when you have a guy like Bobby Schilling in the United States Congress. So it's up to you. It's up to you. I'm here because I care about our country, and I care about the future of our children and grandchildren, not just my children and my grandchildren and the children and grandchildren in New Jersey, but I care about the children and grandchildren of Illinois too. Because if our country is to be everything we want it to be and everything it has been before, we are at a moment of crisis, and this is our moment to stand up and be counted. Bill Brady's standing up and being counted. Now he needs all of you to stand up with him. And so, 28 days. 28 days of effort, 28 days of sweat, 28 days of your voice ringing out to the people of Illinois that it is in fact time for a new day in Illinois. And I will guarantee you one thing. If you give Bill Brady the chance, he is going to make you proud. Thank you all very much.